Guys, so I just finished filming you this tutorial that I have been wanting to bring to you guys for quite some time. I know I've been absent for a little bit on the YouTube channel, but things have been crazy and I wanted to wait until we had some amazing new products to bring you, and today we do. So the first part of this tutorial includes the Buxom Boss Babe Dolly eyeshadow palette. Can we talk about how beautiful? And if you guys have used the Boss Babe Betty like I have for absolutely everything, then that means you need the Boss Babe Dolly too. Before we get started, I know somebody's going to say that they wanted to see swatches, so I will swatch a few of them for you. I swatch Drippin', which I have on my lid in the video, so if you want to see that one, you will have to keep watching. Now I'm going to swatch the shade Last Call, which is this gorgeous peach right here. That is Last Call. I feel like that's going to be gorgeous, especially with a sunless tan. I'm going to do Top Shelf right here. My first observations from playing with this palette this morning, the pigmentation is exactly the same as the Boss Babe Betty, which means it's probably going to be like the best you've ever had, because that was my opinion of Boss Babe Betty. On ice right here, I'll do a matte for you guys, and I'm going to do the shade After Party because we did not use that in the tutorial. Here are just a couple swatches. Overall, this palette is a little more cool toned, a little more purple than the warm red tones and golds of the Boss Babe Betty. I'm kind of excited about that because you guys don't ever really see me branch out and use much purple, so I think it's going to like push me because I'm very excited about this palette and I'm super happy with how it turned out. So I'm not going to keep you any longer, but if you're interested to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Hey guys, it's Haley from Swatches and welcome to our YouTube channel. I love to bring you guys best in beauty retail and luxury spa services. Let's go ahead and jump into this next video. To get us started, I went ahead and applied the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. It's more of like a BB cream, tinted moisturizer foundation. I always end up back with this one in the summertime just because it's super lightweight and easy to wear. Then I did a little light contour with their Warmth Pressed bronzer, and in spirit of keeping things with Dolly today, I applied my Dolly Primer Infused Blush. Back when all of these first launched into our spa, I did a full haul video, so if you haven't seen that one with some of our other Buxom products that I've been playing with for a while, I can link that video right up here. But let's not wait any longer and get down to it. Now I'm going to be taking my Bare Minerals eyeshadow blending brush, and I'm going to start with the shade called Spoiled Sexy. So I'm just working that from inner to outer corner, and then down to the lash line, up to the brow, just to kind of make like that transition area set up for us. So that way when we go in with any of our darker shades, everything's going to be nice and smooth. I can already tell that the pigmentation is going to be there, just like the Boss Babe Betty, which has been my longtime fave. Now taking Trust Fund on that same blender brush, and I'm going to be working a little bit of that on the outer corner. When I work with clients, I tell them to make like a V shape, so that transition area is going to like prep and prime everything. Then we want to make a V shape about from our pupil crease down to the lash line and loop it back. That V is what's going to actually draw the eye outward, so then later we can go back and lift, so we've expanded and we've lifted. So I'm just taking a little bit of this gorgeous red Trust Fund shade from about my pupil over, working that into the crease, then connecting it down to the lash line. The two first shades, Spoiled Sexy and Trust Fund, I'm going to take a little bit of these two together on a smaller and more precise pencil brush, and I'm just going to start to work that all the way from the outer to inner corner on the lower lash line. This is what you see me do most times instead of liner. I just find that eyeliner, especially on the skin of the lower eye area, just ends up too harsh. So I like to just blend this in and out, keep it smooth, and then I will actually go back with my blender brush, no additional product, and I'm just going to blow that all the way around to make sure everything is smooth all the way. Taking the shade Drippin', I swatch it for you guys first, and then I'm going to start to pack it onto my lid. That is the shade Drippin', and if that alone doesn't make you want one of these palettes, I don't know what will. So I'm going to be taking that on a flat shadow brush, and as you always know, I like to spritz it with my antioxidant Hydro Mist, so I'm just going to give that a quick little spritz, and then this is basically going to fill the areas we haven't worked with yet. So it's going to come up to the crease where we first started with the initial shade, and it's going to come over to meet the darkness of that last shade. So I'm just starting down here at the inner corner and really working to pack that and kind of press it into the crease as we meet that initial shade, and then blending it over. This color is seriously so beautiful. For those of you who have been obsessed with the shade Gold status in the Boss Babe Betty, like me, obviously my palette has lived very hard, you're going to love the shade Drippin'. It's just a slightly cooler version with very similar pigmentation. So far, absolutely gorgeous. Now taking High Society, kind of a good cross between like a bronze and a purple, and I'm just going to use that to kind of smooth everything out. So I'm going to work that over in the crease area on the very outer corner, and then a little bit into the crease itself. It's okay if it's a little messy at first, because then we're going to go back in and do a final smoothing with our initial blending brush. This one is a little bit smaller with more compact bristles, so it's not going to let it go on. It's going to pack it on more pigmented, but not as in a broad of an area. Back with a little bit more of that first Spoiled Sexy, and just blending that until it smooths out all of the products together. I'll be lining my lower waterline with a brown and then the upper waterline with a black. You guys have seen me do this a whole bunch of times, but the reason I like to do the lower line with a brown and the upper with a black is I find it's easy for things to get too harsh on the lower lash if you're not careful. So doing brown below, black on top kind of helps keep that softness. So now I'm first popping this into my upper waterline. And then now I'm just going to be making a rough line. Doesn't have to be perfect, as close to the lash line as I can on the upper. Then taking that pencil brush from before that we used on our lower lash line and some more of that High Society, the darker color that we just worked with, I'm just going to use that to kind of like smoke out that liner until it doesn't really look like liner anymore and it looks more like we just have a darker shadow on our outer corner. The reason I love to do it this way is it kind of keeps it from looking like you even have liner on, but you get that definition from the liner without it ever having to close off the eye. So that is one side completed. Now I'm going to be catching the other side up to speed and popping on some variation of these three mascaras. I've been using the Bare Minerals Serum Infused Mascara, the Buxom Extrovert, and the Lashtopia. Depending on the day, I may mix one or I may mix all three. They all do different things. The one has serum, one's good for volume, and then honestly, the Buxom Extrovert is like the Mac Daddy of all mega volume. So I'm going to hop off, catch everything up, and I will be right back. Clearly, I haven't had enough coffee this morning, but before I get to that mascara, we are going to take a little bit of the shade Silk Sheets and pop that into the inner corner. As we talked about earlier, that V-shaped really helped to draw your eye out. Now we're going to use a little bit of this shade to really open the eye, and then a tiny little bit right under the arch of the brow to lift everything. And when you're doing this, don't like panic if it looks too stark initially. I'll just take a clean blender brush and kind of smooth it all out until it's not insanely noticeable right up there on the brow bone, but you do want to see it a little bit, that it reflects and gives that lift. In case you guys were skeptical on the multiple mascaras, I just want to take a quick second and show you the difference from nothing to this, and once I figured out that a good lash serum and at least 2 different types of mascara combined together could make this kind of result, I don't even use false lashes anymore. So I am back with mascara and earrings on. I can't believe I forgot them for the first part. But now we're going to be moving on to lips, but I'm actually thinking I'm going to take that into part 2 of this video because there are so many new products that launched with this. Like, our entire tester display got changed yesterday and pretty much everything in it got switched out. So I have the new lip scrub, which is the size of like their Power Plump chapsticks, which I know everybody loves and you've seen me use before. So there's the lip scrub, the collagen shot, which gives the look of filler without any injections, and it truly does work. I had a blast playing around with it yesterday. And then I've got the 3 new lip liner shades in the new packaging, which used to be more of like the chunkier stick. Now it's more roll up in style, still has the lip brush on the other end. So I'm going to link that right here. If you're interested, you can just click on over and see the wrap up. If you're not, I will be back in just a minute with lipstick applied and we will wrap this. I'm back and lips are applied. Like I mentioned, I did this in a separate video, which I have linked for you guys. So feel free to check that out. It demos all the new products like the lip scrub, the collagen shot, and then some good classics like the Dolly full-on plumping lip polish. That way we're keeping in the spirit of using Dolly all over, even down to the blush. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've been so excited to bring this to you and get these products in the store. If you did enjoy, please make sure to subscribe, and I thank you all for watching. I'll be seeing you soon. Bye.